There we go. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Hi.
Doing
Good.
good. I'm Nathaniel. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I've been writing since I was 12, 13-ish. I've always been really deep in whatever, or tried to be deep, whatever. Because I thought a lot, I still do. A lot of my writings, I moved to Los Angeles when I was 24. I sold my truck and just went to LA with a bag. And while I was staying there, I ended up getting a job working for a little clothing company. All of my stuff was in the van. The guy was a heroin addict, got arrested. Van got impounded, lost all my money. So that still sucks. But I do have some stuff that I had written when I was about 18. So just real quick, when I was 13, I got put in public school. I was homeschooled my whole life. 13, public school, went crazy. Immediately addicted to whatever drug you gave me. I didn't care. So from 13 until 19, I did absolutely everything. In the last 3 years, I was on meth. Up for 7 days, sleep for 1, up for 7 days, literally. Anyway, I wrote this about a week before I left. So it's called A Testimony of Sorts. Okay? I've always been afraid of conflict. Of any kind. I hate seeing people fight, and I hurt when I see someone in pain. I've always tried to be the peace bringer wherever I can. I suppose that may prove to be a healthy attribute for someone who is independent on the very chaos they so valiantly oppose. Yet I think the unruliness in my life is where I find my validity. I have to find resolution to all the wars around me, because the Holocaust inside is far too powerful to be tamed, let alone stopped. Well, I'm afraid that the long-waged battle within the depths of my being has taken its toll upon my ever-fragile existence. The sickest fact is that I lead as commander of the very force that brought upon my demise. A part of me must die. Actually, something inside must be awakened. I just hope the beast falls before the warrior locked inside. I hope my light hasn't grown so dim that the darkness overwhelms the shine inside. I hope both the flame and the last breath. Shall I finish the job I've worked on for so long? Shall I put it into this debacle, in the disappointment and self-sabotage? Or shall I add a little fuel to the fire? One thing I hate more than the fact my blood stains my own very hands, and that is the darkness that hid the fact that I was my own worst enemy. I may feel like I'm not worth living for, but that light inside wasn't my doing. I didn't place it there, and I surely won't be responsible for snuffing it out. I guess I'm a little selfish and a little foolish to assume this life is all about me. Indeed, I've let die the weak child I've let run my life. Emptied of the weight I carried for so long. I feel as though I am but a shell, hollow of substance yet overflowing with the burdens that tie me down. Though they carry no weight, nor their color, nor texture, they somehow have held me down for so long. I assumed I was over-encumbered by mistakes and faults, yet in truth I've been empty all along. You know what? I said all this before, and I never end up any differently. Always end up losing grips on the reins. It's a terribly effective rouge, smoking mirrors, an emotional illusion portraying the start of change, only to end in my realization that no change has come to pass. I am but the furious bull made a fool of by the elusive matador of deceit. I've always believed that greatness hangs in the wake of failure, that somehow you find your source of inspiration lying amongst the rubble of your shattered dreams. And in a way, I guess that's true. For there is no storm that can wash away your hope. The only thing you're left with after the storm has dealt its damage is the very hope you rely on to build a house that is no more. Stronger shall my foundation be, thicker will the walls be made, and no longer shall I find my house built beside the dark sea of my past. A broken man needs no things to fill his home with, nor does he desire pricey clothes in which to hide behind. A broken man has no worries nor fear, for a broken man is but a hollow vessel in which his faith resides.
Amen.
Thank you. So that was a long time ago I wrote that. And then I moved to Florida and I quit meth. Never touched it again. And you think I became an alcoholic. I started drinking all the time. I started drinking. So went from one thing to another. But it was far healthier, I suppose, between the two. Time went on. I said, again, I moved to LA for a little bit, came out in college. went through a really dark period starting about 5 years ago that I'll talk about one day, but not tonight. Okay, and then there's this one thing that I wrote again when I was 18, 19. And the thing about it is, it proved to be highly prophetic in my own life. As was what I just read there, I hadn't fulfilled it yet. I think that I was laying the groundwork subconsciously for what I have to strive for once I had moved, because none of this was true. I mean, a lot of it was true, but I hadn't really let go of my child. That took years to understand the voice inside your head and being able to calm it and being able to direct it and calm yourself and to focus and to create what you want and be who you want to be. And don't allow that child inside to blurt and to cry or to get scared every time it has the opportunity to. So this is my last thing I'll read. It's called Before Your Every Shadow. Before your every shadow, a light must first be cast. Before a search for happiness, there is sadness to be had. The only way to find oneself is to be amongst no path, and the only thing worth filling is the void and vacant glass.
Wow.
Thank you very much. So I'll leave you with this. Thank you for letting me come up here and do this. This has been a long time coming. I enjoyed it. And I'll also say that through my experiences, I can absolutely attest to the fact that our society's desire and demand that people be happy and that they do certain things to be happy is a farce and it's a lie. And if you constantly protect yourself from going through things to develop you as a character, you may have money and you may have success, but you'll never know who you are as a person. And you'll never really be happy. That's the truth.
Free!
Yeah.